What really happens in a first aid course? You ever wondered what it's really like to do a first aid course? I mean, maybe you've thought about signing up, but you're not really sure what to expect. Now, is it going to be all theory? Will you be put on the spot? Will you have to actually do CPR on a dummy? Today, we're taking you behind the scenes of a first aid course, so you'll know exactly what happens from start to finish. And by the end, you might just be surprised at how hands-on, practical, and even fun it can be.
In an emergency, every second counts. Knowing first aid could mean the difference between life and death for a loved one, a colleague, or even a stranger. It's not just about CPR. It's about staying calm, acting fast, and giving someone the best chance until help arrives. From choking and severe bleeding to burns and heart attacks, the skills you learn today could save a life tomorrow. Don't wait for a crisis to wish you'd learned what to do. Take the step now and be the person who can make a difference.
Getting started. When you arrive for a first aid course with First Aid Pro, you'll usually meet your trainer and the rest of the group straight away. Groups can be made up of all sorts of people: office workers, tradies, parents, childcare staff, retail employees, anyone who wants to learn how to respond in an emergency. After a quick introduction and safety briefing, your trainer will outline the plan for the day. You'll learn pretty quickly that this isn't about memorizing a stack of textbook facts, it's about doing.
First aid isn't something you can learn from a textbook. In a real emergency, you need muscle memory, not just memories of reading about it. Practical training lets you feel the correct chest compression depth, practice using an EpiPen, and handle real-world scenarios that test your speed and confidence. When lives are on the line, theory alone won't cut it. Hands-on learning gives you the skills to act fast, stay calm, and make a real difference.
CPR training. One of the first biggest skills you'll cover is CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation. You'll learn how to check for dangers before approaching a patient, how to assess if they're responsive and breathing, how to call for help and bring in a defibrillator, how to perform chest compressions and rescue breaths. Then comes the practical assessment. Performing continuous CPR for at least 2 minutes on a mannequin. This isn't just to test your stamina, it's to get you comfortable with the pace that can keep oxygen flowing to the brain until advanced help arrives. You'll also learn how to use an AED, automated external defibrillator. These devices give voice prompts that walk you through each step, and you'll actually get to practice before turning it on, attaching the pads and following the prompts so it feels second nature.
When someone's heart suddenly stops, every minute without defibrillation reduces their chance of survival by up to 10%. Combining CPR with a defibrillator, or AED, can more than double their chances of making it through. These devices deliver a controlled shock to help the heart regain its normal rhythm. And the best part? They're designed so anyone can use them, with clear voice prompts to guide you. These days, defibrillators are more accessible than ever. You'll find them in shopping centres, train stations, gyms, libraries, and even many privately owned businesses. Knowing where they are and how to use them could save a life, because in a cardiac emergency, speed and action matter most.
Sprains, strains, and minor injuries. Next, you'll move into injuries that are more common in everyday life, like sprains and strains. You'll practice the RICER method: rest, ice, compression, elevation, and referral, and learn how to use a compression bandage correctly. From there, you'll look at cuts, scrapes, and even impaled objects. You'll be taught how to clean and dress a minor wound, why you should never remove an object embedded in the body, how to pat around it and secure it until medical help arrives.
CPR is a vital skill, but it's not the only way you can save a life. Knowing how to control severe bleeding and treat wounds can dramatically increase someone's chance of survival before help arrives. First aid training also teaches you to spot injuries that aren't always obvious, like internal bleeding or a concussion, where every minute counts. Recognizing these signs and acting quickly doesn't just keep the patient stable, it also gives paramedics vital information that can guide their treatment the moment they arrive. In a life-threatening emergency, those skills can save precious time, and that time can save a life.
Asthma and anaphylaxis. One of the most important sections of the course focuses on breathing emergencies. For asthma, you'll learn the signs: wheezing, shortness of breath, difficulty speaking, and the 4-step asthma first aid action plan, including the use of a reliever inhaler and spacer. For anaphylaxis, you'll learn to recognise severe allergic reactions, swelling, hives, difficulty breathing, and how to respond with an EpiPen. You'll practice removing the safety cap, holding it correctly, and injecting it straight into the outer thigh. You'll also learn the importance of calling 000 and laying the patient flat unless breathing is difficult.
In a breathing emergency like asthma or anaphylaxis, every second matters. Hesitation can cost a life. In Australia, around 400 people die from asthma each year, and experts believe many of those deaths could be prevented if the right help was given fast. Knowing how to recognise the signs, use an inhaler, or give an adrenaline auto-injector immediately can make the difference between life and death. When every breath counts, the ability to act quickly isn't just important, it's critical.
Burns. You'll learn why running cool water over a burn for 20 minutes is the gold standard. Why you should never use ice, butter, or creams. How to cover a burn with a sterile, non-stick dressing. Then comes heat-related first aid. You'll learn to tell the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke.
Heat exhaustion and heat stroke sound alike, but one is treatable, the other can be fatal. Heat stroke causes the body's temperature to soar and organs to fail. Knowing the signs, like dizziness, confusion, or no sweating, means you can cool them down and call for help fast. In extreme heat, that knowledge could be the difference between life and death.
Nosebleeds and slings. Even simple things like nosebleeds get covered, because the right technique matters. You'll learn to have the person lean forward and pinch the soft part of the nose for at least 10 minutes. Never tilt the head back. And when it comes to supporting an injured arm, you'll get hands-on practice, making a sling from basic arm support, slings, to more secure immobilization.
While basic first aid may not equip you to repair injuries like broken bones, it does teach you how to provide effective support until professional medical help is available. For example, knowing how to create a sling or splint can help stabilize an injured arm, reduce movement, and ease discomfort. Even short-term pain relief and protection can make a significant difference to someone's comfort and well-being while they await treatment.
By the end of the course, you'll have covered a wide range of scenarios: life-saving CPR and AED use, responding to asthma and anaphylaxis, managing sprains, strains, burns, cuts, and impaled objects, treating heat-related illness, controlling nosebleeds, and immobilizing limbs. You'll be assessed on the core life-saving skills, but the day is designed to build your confidence, not catch you out. Trainers are there to guide, encourage, and make sure you leave feeling ready to act in real situations. So what really happens in first aid course? A lot. And every bit of it is practical, hands-on, and potentially life-saving. At First Aid Pro, we run nationally accredited first aid courses across Australia. You can book into one of our public courses, or if you're an employer, we can send a trainer out to your workplace to run a corporate first aid session tailored to your industry. Because when an emergency happens, knowing what to do isn't just helpful, it's critical. And the best way to be ready is to learn it before you need it.